Sure. Yeah, that was, I was talking to Chris Wells before the game, and he called overtime. He said, this thing, we've just been playing tight games, and I wouldn't be surprised if we play OT today. So when the buzzer went off for the third, we looked at each other and just smiled. Like, that was probably how it was going to go. Our two teams are pretty evenly matched. But just felt like in overtime we were going to find a way. I really liked how we played. Looks like we outshot them in overtime 1-0, but it felt like we just pressed and pressed. So obviously got a really good bounce on Kale's shot, but that's why you put pucks to net. And just really liked the way our team came together and obviously came from behind to get it done. So just very excited to continue playing hockey.
Cool. Can you speak to just the perseverance of your team? You guys have had a lot of long games and have managed to kind of fight through them and keep finding a way to win.
Yeah, one thing we've just really focused on is the process more than the outcome. And things are going to go your way, and then things aren't going to go your way at times. And just sticking to how we want to play and being really focused on that, I think has helped us a ton. And just stay the course, and felt like we did that. Gel scored with about 7 minutes left, and we're kind of starting to maybe plan for when we would go 6-on-5 a few minutes later, but obviously came at a great time, and just felt like we were never really squeezing it. Like, we were ready to just keep playing the way we wanted to play, and it was gonna fall for us. So that's probably it. Focusing on the process more than the outcome that's gonna happen at the end. And it's just been a really fun team to coach in that way. Like, we're never out, and really awesome to get a comeback win today.
What does it mean for you to take your first ECA playoff victory?
Yeah, it's a long time coming for our program. I think it's been a while since we've won in the opening round, and that's what we expect to do. This is a rebuild. We've taken huge steps forward this year as we expected, and obviously we hadn't hosted in a bit, and when you host, you want to protect your house, and felt like we did that, and just so awesome to get the overtime win there and keep playing hockey, go to Princeton next weekend.
And last question for me, you guys are going to Princeton next weekend. It's obviously always a tight competition between you two. What are you going to look to bring with your team to next weekend?
Yeah, haven't thought too far ahead yet, but I just think, we've earned this opportunity to play them. They're a great team. We've had some really good matchups with them. Went down there and they beat us, and then they came here, we beat them, and both games were really tight. I thought both teams created really good opportunities both ways. So, just got to find ways to stop them and for us to create. And they're fast. They're a fun team to play against. Great Ivy matchup, obviously, within the ECAC. So, the 3-game series are really fun. Like, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So, got some time to turn around and get ready for it, and really looking forward to it.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks.
One for me. If you look on social media, this team has been, in my opinion, very accurately described as the Cardiac Crimson.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many moments that you can go through to really bring that nickname or validate that nickname. Just from your perspective, when you get into those late moments, does that give you a sense of confidence with this group?
It does. I mean, it just never felt like we had panic today. I just think we're battle tested. When you're battle tested, you're kind of ready for anything. It really feels like that Belfast trip for us. We knew it was once in a lifetime. It was a great opportunity for our team to connect and have a shared experience together across the world. But it was just so much more than that for our group, and really springboarded us into the second half. And it's just, win after win that, the Brown game was late. Obviously in Belfast, we beat Duluth, number 5 team at the time. The Brown game in the waning seconds of the game at Cornell, Princeton on senior day, 2 Bean Pot wins. The one in overtime, it just feels, like Cardiac Crimson, the comeback kids a little bit. And I just feel like we've drawn so much strength, energy, connectedness from our trip to Belfast. And honestly, it continues to carry us through. And I just wrote a note to the Friends of Harvard Hockey who supported us in that trip and just said, you can't even believe what it's done for our group. So I feel like we're still riding that experience all the way through. And, that's probably a big part. Obviously, we've also stayed focused on the process, but I just think that trip really changed our team for the better, and you continue to kind of pays off in dividends, I guess. We're seeing it help us over and over. So just love the team aspect of our game, and so glad to get the win today.